Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Rainfall podcast. And today we're talking about the last of the races, and these are the finals. So, we finally come to the last race. Now, what are finals? Well, when the preeminent first invaded our world, humanity struggled to find a way to fight back against them. They used all sorts of weapons, anything they could think of, even resorting to nuclear weapons, attempting to destroy them, and nothing seemed to really work. The preeminent still continued to come at them and never even seemed to be really even hurt by these weapons. So an effort was made to create a new type of weapon, something that could hunt down and kill and destroy the preeminent. And so their solution was to create the finals. And this project was created in secret in the city of Rainfall. Now, finals were worked on diligently by the greatest scientists and engineers of the generation and of the time. And they were inevitably created. They were successful. But the project was inevitably too late. The finals were created but were left dormant. They never had the chance to be activated. And so they never had the chance to be released on the preeminent before, essentially, the world was destroyed. So they were left dormant and sitting in the lab where they were created for many, many years until they were finally rediscovered and activated. So now they've been activated, the finals have been released into a world where their purpose no longer exists. There are no more preeminents around for the finals to fight against. And so they struggle to find some sort of a purpose. And many of them do see their purpose now as to rid the world of what's left of the preeminence, sort of the aberrations of the world, and the various things that have been destroyed because of the preeminent. The finals see it as their duty to rebuild and to bring life back to the world, to bring the world back to a place that it was and how things were before the world ended. So we'll talk a little bit about what the finals look like. So they are machines at the end of the day. They are intelligent robots. They have a very skeletal appearance. Their bodies are made of these metal pipes and such, and thin metal plates that surround all of their various wires and computer parts inside of their bodies. And so they generally look very thin. Their heads have been shaped into various different shapes, things like skulls or maybe the faces of humans in a very basic sense, and some even to look like tribal masks and things like that. And so they can appear kind of strange to humans and other people of the world. Some people find them rather intimidating, but in general, they're more focused on their goals than they are on anything else. In general, finals see pursuing their goals as the ultimate thing. They disregard morality or anything else, any other thing that stands in their way. It doesn't matter as long as they are still pursuing their goals. And as I said, finals can have varying different goals. They can see it as destroying aberrations or as rebuilding things that were destroyed. And some, even the sort of most radical of finals, they see it as their duty to re-summon the preeminence to the world just so that they can be killed here. And of course, it's unknown if finals would be able to even hurt the preeminence, because of course nothing else could. But they were tailor designed to be able to do so. And so they're sort of the epitome of old world magic, the absolute greatest of technology of the world before, and the absolute pinnacle of human ingenuity. So what about their politics? Well, the finals are mostly out trying to pursue their goals. Many of them spend their lives out far away from their homes, trying to bring about whatever they believe their goal to be. However, these goals are always something specific and something that is achievable. It's never just destroy all aberrations. It could be clear all aberrations from this place, or save this city from whatever is troubling it, something to that effect. And so, finals believe once they have completed their goal, once they have finished that, it is time for them to retire. And so they return back to their home near where their lab was found, and they settle into these small villages where they live out simple lives in retirement, and they serve as advisors and mentors to other finals who are still trying to seek out their goals. And so they then now believe it to be their duty to help other finals complete their goals. And for the most part, they tend not to leave their homes at this point. They sort of serve as mentors and advisors who can just be sought out for help whenever they need it. So, that is about all for that about the finals. And with that, we have come to the end of all of the races that are in Rainfall. So, let's talk a little bit about what is the future of this podcast. Well, what I want to do is to begin talking about the world of Rainfall. Now that you know the creatures who inhabit it, it's time to talk about the world that they inhabit. And so I plan to talk about each episode, talk about places in Rainfall and things that are going on there, just to give you a little bit of information on each of these different areas. And hopefully in each episode talk about a couple of locations. And then I want to also give adventure hooks, something that you could, you hear it and you can say, okay, now I'll run maybe some little one-shot adventure on that idea in the world of Rainfall. I think that would be a fun way to be able to get some more people involved and to just be playing in the setting. As well, I also want to release all of the racial information for all of these races I've just talked about over all these episodes, so that you can actually start creating characters and playing with these races. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening. If you liked it, please subscribe. It'd mean a lot to me. And I will see you next time.